All right, so welcome back to my adventures in Raid Shadow Legends, and things have been going pretty smoothly so far, but I will admit I have had some pretty significant pitfalls, and I wish I can go back in time and redo some things. We're going to talk about that and how you can avoid those pitfalls in the future. But hey, you know what? This account is less than a month old, and we already have several champions sitting out 5-star. We're even ascending many of them. You know, Ursula sitting at more than 3 stars. Same thing with Alice the Wonder. So that's great. However, what is wrong with me? Sun Wukong only sitting at 1 ascension star. That is just unacceptable. We're going to work on him. But you know what? If you want to obtain Sun Wukong, a legendary for free as a new user right now, all you got to do is go to promo codes, enter Monkey King. As you can see right here, if I can type, boom, and you are set and good to go as a new user, or you can create a new free-to-play account, whatever you want to do. Free, legendary, amazing, and you get some cool resources. Now, Alice the Wanderer, you can actually obtain her for free as well. Super easy if you didn't know. All you got to do is go over here to the Alice Chase, sign in to the game 7 different days, and you will obtain her. This is a limited time thing. This will not be here forever, so go check it out right now. And then I'm almost to day 14, so close to the 2-star Perfect Soul. Cannot wait for that. But also, you know, mentioning champions, you guys know that my favorites are, when it comes to epic support, are Tagore and Ugo. You can obtain them for free as well as a new user by following the link in the description below, or scanning that QR code on the screen. You'll obtain both of them for free and a bunch of amazing starter resources, so check it out. But let's talk about some of the mistakes I have made today. And we're going to first and foremost start out with a pretty big one, and it is no doubt neglecting our gem mine here. You're going to want to get this thing up and running as soon as possible. As you can see, I have 3 out of 3 level on this one, and it's going to produce quite a bit of gems for you just passively. Let's say you don't log in. You're going to come back and you're going to see this thing full. Ideally, you're going to want to upgrade this to level 3 because you'll be able to have a cap of 15 that can stay in there, and then you can just grab all of them up pretty quickly. But you know what? I'm finding my gem reserves growing by accident just because I have the mine up and running. And it does actually cost some gems to get that thing up and running. I highly recommend using your initial starting gems to get this mine up and running as soon as possible. You will not regret it. You will thank me. Trust me. Get that up and running. Now, also, another thing that's happened recently with this game is they did upgrade the market. Do not neglect this. Go in here every single day because there is actually some really cool stuff that is popping up in here. And I want to say one thing. Make sure you get the mystery shards that are offered here all the time. Never, ever say no to these. Always say yes. In fact, I'm going to grab this one that just appeared suddenly, and I'll explain in just a moment why those green shards are so important. Always purchase them. In fact, I do go ahead and purchase some of these characters because I feel like they're cheap. I feel like silver is very easy to earn. I grab them just for food, you know, if I need to level up other characters very quickly. Sometimes there are some really cool items in here as well. This has been updated. Do not neglect the market. It's been something that people are like, do I really need to use it? Now, another thing that I wasn't using for quite some time at the beginning of the game, and I'm still working on upgrading it, is the Guardian Ring. And as you can see, we have 2 of our champions in here that we can actually level up, and they are just passively leveling up, you know, and it happens fairly quickly. You may say, well, this one says 12 hours about, this one says about 8 hours until the next level. That doesn't sound very quick, Robbie. You'd be surprised with how much leveling you could do for some of your characters. You can even put like food type characters in there as well, so you're passively leveling them up, but it's so important to have them in there, especially if you like go to bed or whatever, and then you have them working on leveling up. I do need to unlock more slots here for sure, but that's where the gem mine is coming into handy, passively creating those gems for me so I can spend those gems on things that I really need, like upgrading my Guardian Ring. And I have yet to unlock the Altar of Souls. I'm currently level 34. I'm working on getting it more fully fleshed out and see what we can do there. But another thing that I have currently been focusing on lately is, of course, yes, arena battles. And you're probably wondering, hey, why? Why would you want to focus on those? Well, the reason why you do want to focus on those is because once the Great Hall opens, you do not want to neglect this whatsoever. And, this is going to be upgrading your affinity bonuses. For example, I put some points in here for accuracy for my magic affinity characters, which I have a lot of magic affinity characters for some reason, and they're great. I love them. But I am going to focus on accuracy because I have heard that is one of the core abilities that is by far the best next to speed that you really, really want to focus on upgrading. So it is wise to actually go in here and, upgrade the accuracy. Can we actually upgrade this one? I believe we can. Sweet. All right, that's a good choice. Yeah, but starters like Kel are very, very dependent on accuracy. You're going to want to get that leveled up as you go. And accuracy right now is actually kind of low right here. It's good for the start, but we need to get that buffed up a little bit more and rework the equipment. I think I'm going to do like a rework equipment video in the future, by the way, so look out for that in the very near future. But accuracy and speed are definitely the go-to things to focus on. And earlier in the game, I'm not going to lie, I was so focused on just attack. The attack numbers here. How high can I go with it? Which is pretty important when it comes to like Sun Wukong. You do want to have a high attack power, but speed and accuracy are absolutely king just because with speed, you keep your character up and running. And when it comes to arena, when you're in the arena, you really want speed because you want to be the first to attack. You want to be able to counterattack if that's something that you can do, and you want to keep your bar refreshing and keeping your team alive and well and going throughout the battle. So yeah, I found that absolutely critical for sure when it comes to arena. Now, another thing that I got hooked to were the daily quests. Don't get me wrong, these are super important to go in here and do. You're going to want to do these every single day, no matter what. And then you're going to want to pay attention to what's going on with your weekly and monthly. As you can see, we're getting closer and closer to completing all monthly quests, but we still need to claim the reward for completing all daily quests 30 times, which I need to get busy with that. However, one of my biggest mistakes was hyper-focusing on quests and leveling my characters and ignoring my missions. I deeply regret ignoring my missions. I kind of fell behind on these pretty significantly and not realizing how significant these rewards actually get as you progress through them. You definitely want to focus on your progress missions for sure, simply because the rewards just become so very good as you go and so very lucrative and very, very important. And some of the tasks can be a little bit mundane for sure, but it's definitely worth working your way through those no matter what. And you'll find yourself with a lot of mystery shards, and you'll probably have so much you'll never know what to do with them. And it might be tempting just to start opening them up just to have some champions that you could feed or use as food. But I highly recommend holding off on doing that because the mystery shards are great for the summon rush events. Let me tell you what, if you just hold off with those greens for this event, you will be so thankful for that. Of course, the higher shards are worth more during those events. I'm talking about Void, Primal, Sacred, but you'd be surprised how much progress you could make by using up these green shards during Summon Rush. And remember, if you're wanting to obtain Teodor and Ugo for free right now, go ahead and follow that link in the description below or scan that QR code on the screen and you'll obtain some of the best epic support champions in the game to start out as a new user, or hey, start a new free-to-play account. And guess what? You'll also obtain a ton of free starter resources as well to give you the best start in Raid. Teodor has been by my side the entire time. Don't regret it at all. But I also wanted to highlight something that's super important when you go into a battle and campaign. And let's say you're struggling. So let's just go into a battle here. Actually, you know what? These are too low levels. I want to get a little bit higher of a level here. We'll do this, right? We'll go in here. And one thing that I found super important is to use the little info icon. It seems so simple, I know, but if you're losing a lot in the game and you're wondering, I don't understand what is happening, this button right here will pop up all the buffs or debuffs that are active for the enemies, and of course, what's going on with your team. But you're going to probably face off against new groups of enemies where you're really going to be scratching your head wondering like what buffs they're using, what debuffs they're using. You might be a little bit confused. And this window right here is going to, in real time, actively give you that feedback that you need in battle to understand what is going on. Why are you not able to, like, for example, cast a buff or what have you? Perhaps that boss or enemy has casted some sort of buff block debuff on your entire team. It's so important to have this info button up and running when you are a little bit confused and, you know, wondering what to do next. This has been super helpful. As you can see right here, we have a block buff debuff on one of the enemies. It's just great feedback. And beyond that, you're going to want to work on all of your stars per difficulty. Do not neglect them. The rewards are right there in your face. It is very easy to kind of neglect these, but try to work through all these difficulties and get as many stars as possible. As you can see, I've missed out on some things. I need to go back here and see what happened. But we also have some rewards we can collect here. 200,000 silver. Not too shabby. These rewards are no joke. And you can see we have another 350,000 silver up for grabs on Brutal. So each difficulty is offering their own reward system here. So it's definitely worth revisiting the campaign often throughout all the difficulties. And I gotta admit, I was playing a little bit of the beginning of the game by myself. Now, once clans become available, immediately join a clan. Go in here, find your group, and of course, you can leave a clan at any time that you want to, of course. Sign in. As you can see right here, we actually have some rewards available for us. So we're going to actually go ahead and claim this. We got 75 energy just by being a part of a clan. And what's really cool is you can go in here with the clan battles and clan bosses, and you can see what everyone is up to. You can also see their team synergies and get an idea of what teams are working, and kind of study what everyone is doing a little bit. So if you're kind of struggling, you can find yourself a community, ask questions in the clan chat, and try to reach out and actually get, you know, some answers. And I just noticed we have another reward here, a warrior chest. Check this out. This is what you get. You just get like this flow of awards and really cool stuff just by being part of the clan. Do not neglect clans. But yeah, those are basically my current starter tips. I just wish I had focused on these things a little bit more at the beginning of my playtime in this one, especially the missions. I do regret not hyper focusing on this. I was so fixated on just the quest, the daily quest, making sure I knock down my daily quest, which yes, you really do need to do. You get some really good stuff, as you can see right here. But yeah, you also get some really good stuff over here. So knocking down those two things, especially at the beginning of your career in Raid, does matter. And yes, remember, if you are new to Raid Shadow Legends, you're going to obtain Teodor and Ugo, by far two of the best epic support champions in the game, for free right now by following that link in the description below or scan that QR code on the screen. And I'm going to throw in a bunch of really good starter resources to give you the absolute best start in the game as well. And then also, yeah, if you want to obtain Alice the Wanderer for free, remember there's that Alice chase still going on. All you got to do is check it out right here. Sign in on 7 different days as a new user, or even if you already have an account, and you'll obtain her for free on that day number 7. And I'm going for day 14 here. One more day, and I will get that perfect 2-star soul. But yeah, that's not all. I love Sun Wukong. He is an absolutely amazing legendary champion. You can actually obtain him by going to promo codes and entering Monkey King for a limited time. And this one is only for new users, or if you want to create a new free-to-play account. But yeah, there it is. Some really cool stuff happening on my account. You know, I am fairly happy with how it's sitting right now under the month mark. We are on track to do some amazing things here in the future. So I'm kind of excited to see where it is going. And this dude I've been leveling up, kind of curious to see how he will fare. We'll see how it goes with him. I don't know. If you are playing Raid, let me know if that's a good choice, investing in him at all. Kind of curious your take. But I'm having fun with it. You know, I'm kind of like exploring the game. I also do want to kind of play it on my own without too many guides. It's one thing that I personally love to do, and just exploring the game. But yeah, I'm having a blast with it so far. But thank you guys so much for watching. Join me on the adventure. Subscribe to the channel if you are new. Smack that like button if you enjoyed the video. And I will see you all next time. Take care.